Hello, this is Norma and welcome to my channel. Today I'm making a hibiscus drink. Some call it Bissap, Zobo, Sorrel, Sobolo. They have different names. So if you call it a particular way, drop it in the comment section. I'm going to be making two pots and doing it two different ways. One, I'm going to be using fruits to sweeten and one with sugar. So I'm going to be putting in allspice, pimento, cloves, cinnamon stick, ginger, oranges, and pineapple. Like I say, it's going to be in two different pots. So watch how I make the hibiscus drink. You can also have this cold or hot, either way. This is the size of the pots that I'm going to use. Make sure to put water on your hibiscus drink to clean it before you transfer it into the pot that you're going to cook it. Because most times it has all kinds of rocks and impurities in there. And especially when it's packaged in the factories. I'm using 4 cups in each pot. And now it's time to pour my water in there. When I pour the water, I'm going to shake it around. So if there's any stones or pebbles or sand, it will go to the bottom of my bowl that I'm using. It's time to take it out and transfer it to the pot. And I'm being careful not to take it all the way from the bottom because like I say, if there's anything, I want it to just stay on the bottom. Make sure when you buy packaged ones, you make sure to not forget to do this step. This is one of the things I found under the water. It looks like a stone that was in the hibiscus leaves in the package. These factories are a trip. More reason, never omit this process. I'm starting to add water to my pot so I can take it to the stove. I also found peanut shell in there. So this factory produces peanuts. So if you're allergic to peanuts, be very careful. You would think it would only be the leaf, but I guess they use the machine for everything else. I'm going to leave it on my stove, cover it for 4 hours, and let it just sit there, and I'll be back. It's been sitting for 3 hours. I'm on my way to start cutting up the pineapples, the oranges, and get all the different things I'm going to put inside. So I'll be back. Make sure you wash the fruits very well. I'm going to be grating my ginger with the skin on it. Because I'm going to be straining it, so it don't matter. I grated the ginger. I'm going to set it aside. And now I'm going to take my oranges and take the peel off. That will go in the pot when I start to boil the hibiscus. I peeled 6 oranges for both pots. Now the oranges that I'm going to use to sweeten the first pot, I'm just going to cut it in cubes because it will make it easier for my blender when I blend it at the end to mix it. I'm doing the same thing with the pineapple. I'm going to take the skin and that's what's going to go in the pot. And then the inside, I'm going to cut it up in cubes to mix it with my oranges to sweeten it. When I use pineapple as a sweetener, for me, I like it to be darker and older. I think it's sweeter that way. I've cut it, and you don't have to worry about taking out the eye because after you boil it, you're going to strain it. Even when I put the fruit into sweeten it, I strain it again. So we're moving on to the next process. It's been 4 hours, and I'm about to start cooking my hibiscus leaf. I'm putting 3 cinnamon sticks in there. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon allspice pimento. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon clove. I'm adding peeling from 3 of the oranges. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of the grated ginger. I use the organic one because to me it's stronger. The other one I think has too much water in there. I'm going to add the peel from the medium pineapple that I cut. I'm going to put half of it in this pot and the other half in the other one. This is going to be concentrated and I'm going to dilute it at the end. Okay, I'm going to stir it up and then let it start to cook. It just came to a boil and now I'm going to turn it on low so it can simmer for another 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes and I'm taking it from my stove and let it cool down. It has cooled down and now I'm about to strain it. It's best if your strainer has tiny holes. One thing to know is once you add ginger to your hibiscus, it lightens it. So if you want it very dark, do not add ginger. So I've done that. I've strained it all, and I'm going to take some of it and mix it with my fruit and blend it. Even though hibiscus leaf is very good for your immune system, you have to be very careful because sometimes it messes with medications that people take, like high blood pressure medication, diabetes medication. So if you have health conditions, it's always good to talk to your doctor about if you can drink it and how much to drink. Now let me seal it up and start to blend this one. It's time for me to start mixing in the fruit with one of the pot solution that I did. And some people also put honey or some of those artificial sweetener, whatever one you want to do is fine. But to drink it just the way it is, to me, is too tart. And also, some people use it for tea and they drink it hot. So, any way you want it is great. I've mixed it and I'm going to strain it 3 times to get out the fruity particles. And I'm also going to skimp up the froth from the fruits. This is why you have to strain it 3 more times to get all those particles out. I'm about to strain it for the second time. I've strained it 3 times. Now I just want to take the froth from the fruits on the top. You can leave it if you want, it does no harm, but I just don't like the way it looks when I pour it in my drink, so that's why I'm doing it. I got these bags, so I freeze some when I make it. I make a lot when I do it, so I don't have to do it all the time. And I like club soda, so I mix it this way. I'm not going to dilute. I'm going to just put it in the bag, put it in the freezer, and then when I want to drink my club soda, I just drop it in there. Do not use the regular bag. Use the one that said flat top. I pour it in, and then I spin the top around and just pass it through and pull it. And then it will seal up to put in the freezer. So I've done all of them that go in the freezer. Now we're moving on to the other pot, the one I'm going to do with the sugar. All of this going in the trash. It's time to add the sugar, and you can put as much as you want, or if you just want a little bit just to give you a little taste, you can do that also. Mix it very well. I told you it would be concentrated after I cooked it. So now I'm going to dilute it. I have this pitcher right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is put 4 cups of my hibiscus drink in there. To that, I'm going to add 5 cups of water. I diluted it, and now I'm going to put it in my glass to drink. I've added some ice to my glass. I'm going to add a lemon, and my drink is ready. This is the next morning after my drink was frozen. So I took it out so you could see what it looks like. If you've watched this far, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that notification bell so each time I upload, you will be notified. Bye bye.